Hi there. Today I'm going to be showing you how we do the 180-degree layered haircut or long layered haircut. On my mannequin here, she does have some previous layering going on, but we are going to give her a little bit of a trim today. We start by washing and conditioning our client, followed by a gentle detangle. Next, we're going to section off the hair for control and organization through this haircut. Here I'm sectioning a part down the middle, followed by 2 parts down either side behind the ear connecting to the hairline, as you can see here. Next, we're going to be establishing our baseline. We're going to take horizontal sections working from the nape of the neck all the way up the back of the head, and we're going to be cutting a straight line across the bottom, establishing how long we want the longest layer of her hair to be. Now that our baseline is set, we'll start by sectioning off the back of the head straight down the middle following that initial part we made. We'll start the cut by establishing our guide by taking a vertical 1 to 1/2 inch section straight down the middle of the head. We're going to step to the side of our client, making sure to thoroughly comb through that section and bring all of the hairs straight up from where they live. We'll keep pulling up until we see that baseline drop out, and we'll be cutting to the shortest piece we see after the baseline falls out. So just again, we're going to pull up. You'll see the baseline right there. That's the initial cut we made. We want that to fall out to protect her length, and we'll be able to see where to cut. I'm just going to cut a straight line across, matching it to that shortest piece at the back. It's important to comb over your section multiple times, pulling it up, ensuring that line you cut is straight, and fixing any strays that you see. And your cutting line should look something like this. Now that our guide is set, we'll continue this haircut through the back. We're going to be taking vertical sections, moving from the center of the head over to the side. Our next section is going to be another vertical section, about 1/2 inch from the guide we just cut. Once we have our section, we're going to split the guide in half to ensure we don't have too much hair in our cutting section. And your section should look something like this. Again, you're going to step to the side of your client. You're going to comb our new section into that guide that we had set, and you can see the excess length poking over the guide, and you're just going to follow that guide and make your cut straight across. Remember, with each cut, you should see that baseline falling out. Now we're going to follow the same steps as before, moving over about 1/2 inch, cutting our guide in half. This is called a traveling guide, and cutting the hair to the guide. This is the final section. I'm taking extra precaution to make sure I'm combing everything up, and I'm just doing my final check to make sure all the hair on this side is even. So this side of the cut is done. You follow the same steps on the opposite side. I'm just going to go ahead and do that off camera. I finished layering the back, and now I'm going to show you how I cross-check my work. Since our cutting sections were vertical, we're going to cross-check on the horizontal. So I'm going to take horizontal sections down the head, checking to make sure the sides are even, and trimming away anything that's standing above that straight line. And you should see something like this. Now we're just going to twist this out of the way and follow these same steps going down the head. When you're doing your cross check, you want to make sure that you're pulling the hairs up straight from where they live, the same as when we made our first cuts. So don't be afraid to move along the head by cutting yourself a little guide as you move across the section. By doing this cross-check, we've ensured that the layers are even and balanced on either side and will give a beautiful result. And now we're ready to move on to the side. We're going to start by making ourselves a guide. We'll do this by taking about a 1/2 inch section parallel to the middle part. And once we have this section, we'll take a piece of the guide from the back of the haircut to ensure that the sides are connected to the back. So when we pull straight up here, you can see your guide for how much you're going to be cutting off, and you're just going to follow that guide and cut straight across. Now that we've set our guide, we're ready to start cutting the sides. We're going to be taking vertical sections, moving from the back of the haircut to the front. Our first section is going to be just behind the ear and about 1/2 inch to 1 inch thick. It should look something like this. Now stepping behind our client, we're going to be pulling straight up and you'll be able to see the initial cut we made for our guide. And again, we're just going to cut a straight line from there, making sure we're holding that hair straight up from where it lives. And you're just going to follow those same steps moving forward, pulling the hair up, finding your guide, and cutting your line. And as you can see here, I'm just being careful to avoid my mannequin's face framing. Now it's time to cross-check the sides. Since we cut on the vertical, we're going to cross-check on the horizontal, moving from the top of the head down. The same as when we cross-check the back of the head, we're going to take that horizontal section, pull it straight up from where it lives, and make sure that we see our straight line. This side is now done, balanced, and beautiful. I'm going to finish the other side off camera following the same guide. This haircut is now done, fully layered and balanced, and now it's time to style. Starting with my primer, I'm going to spray that through and distribute it with my brush. Next, I have my volumizing foam. I'm going to focus this on the roots, but I am going to spread it through the ends since it is actually pretty moisturizing. We're giving her a blowout today, and here's my first section. I have my straightening lotion, which is kind of like a gel. This is going to give the style hold and longevity. I'm going to be raking this through each one of my sections before I blow dry. Today I'm using my Dyson Airwrap on high heat, high speed. I start by smoothing down the hair and beginning to curl the ends, and then rolling the barrel towards the head and holding it there for a moment to set that curl in place, and then unraveling as I take the brush out. And I'll continue this throughout the whole head. Next, I wanted to show you how I style her curtain bangs. So I start by smoothing it down and curling up away from the scalp to get volume at the root. Then I'm going to curl her ends going the other way and rotating the barrel as I take the hair out to make sure that they swoop across her face. After the hair is cooled, I'm going to comb out this blowout with my wide tooth comb. To finish off this style, I have my shine polish for added shine and softness. And here we have the finished style. This haircut gives great shape, body, bounce, and movement to the hair, all while maintaining length. I absolutely love the results I got here, and I hope you do too. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a great rest of your day or night, and bye for now.